Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. We are joined today by Dusty the dog. He hasn't made a bunch of appearances lately. He wanted to jump up and get in the video today, and we have a very serious topic to talk about, and that is President Donald Trump taking out multiple terrorist leaders. We're going to get into the strike details. You'll be able to see some of the damage. Just another devastating blow to the bad guys. Before we do, please make sure to like and subscribe. Comment with your thoughts on how you want to see President Trump handle these scumbags that we're taking out around the world. Hit the bell so you never miss a new video. Now, Dusty, are you ready to get into it? Let's get into it. As viewers of the channel know, President Donald Trump has made it a priority to kill terrorists, kill bad guys who threaten the United States of America. And he has made it crystal clear to the enemy that if you mess with America, we will absolutely pulverize you, which is the exact spirit and attitude we must have here in the United States. We cannot allow terrorist thugs to run around this world threatening the United States, threatening our citizens, threatening our allies. If you want to be a big tough guy, eventually the United States of America is going to find you. And when we do find you, we're going to put you in the dirt. That's what our military does, and we do it better than any other military on the planet. And anyone who disagrees with that is an absolute moron. Some people might be too scared to say it. I'm not scared to say it. We have the best military on the world, and when it comes time to kill bad guys, nobody does it better. Whether that's Africa, we'll get you there. Whether that's the Middle East, we'll get you there. Name a different location, and I'm sure we can get you there as well. Speaking of which, maybe the drug cartels should fuel up their cars and go on the run while they still have the chance in Mexico before we fly down there and take care of that problem too, which is long past due. But before we get into that topic, another video, another time, there was a massive strike that was carried out. I'm going to throw this up on the screen for you here so you'll be able to see some of the damage. It says a U.S. Air Force MQ-9 Reaper drone targeted both a motorcycle and a car this morning in the Idlib governorate of northwestern Syria, killing between 4 to 5 members of the Al-Qaeda affiliate Huras al-Din HAD. AGM 114 R9X flying Ginzu missiles are believed to have been utilized for both strikes, with the bodies quickly being removed by Syrian security forces. For those of you who remember, those are the drones where there's not a warhead, not an explosive warhead, it's a bunch of knives, and essentially it hits, a bunch of blades come out, and it puts who's ever the target into a blender and just ices them up, kills them right away. And what's important to note here is, that's actually very interesting, is it says Syrian security forces recovered the bodies as soon as the strike was carried out. Why is that important? Well, we have a new leader of Syria after Bashar al-Assad, the dictator of Syria, fled the country. He fled in December, I think technically early morning hours of December 8th, possibly late evening hours of December 7th, as HTS militants closed in on Damascus. He said, you know what, this is clearly not going to go well. I don't want to stick around and figure out how this is going to end. I'm leaving. The fact that the U.S. drone striked these people and then Syrian forces loyal to the new regime, loyal to the new leader, are responsible for getting the bodies is certainly a little interesting. It would have you believe possibly that the Syrian government, the new Syrian government under Jelani or whatever he's calling himself today after his rebrand, were involved in the operation. That'd be the first time the U.S. and Syrian officials have worked together on an operation since the Civil War started. What was that, in like 2011? That was a long, long time ago. So that would show that maybe the U.S. does mean it when they say they're going to try to work with the Syrians now. They're going to try this new regime. I think it's risky because the regime is compromised of terrorists, and whenever you're dealing with those people, you can hardly trust them. But what does this mean? Where do we go from here? What lessons can we take away from this? What should we be learning other than what I just said about possibly working with the Syrian government, which in and of itself is a huge change for the U.S.? Well, let's get into all of that right now. This situation, multiple dead terrorists taken out in a strike conducted by the United States of America, is just the latest example that goes to show we mean business when it comes to keeping our people safe. We mean business when it comes to making sure bad guys can't do bad things over there or here to our people. The job of the government Despite what some might want you to believe, it's not pushing wokeness, it's not doing any of that, it's not getting involved in our daily lives. That's not really what the main goal of the government is. The main goal of the government is to keep the homeland safe. It is to make sure that we are able to live our lives peacefully, with freedom, to go about our day without having to worry about what enemies, what dangers, what threats might be lurking around the corner. That is the goal of the U.S. government. That is the number one priority, the safety of the people. And in order to do that, the reality is you sometimes have got to kill bad people. You sometimes have to take the fight to the enemy. You sometimes got to put people down. You know, as one guy much wiser than me said, the day is long, the night is cold, and some motherfuckers just got to die. That's just the way it is. You have to be willing to kill bad guys. And we saw the administration under Biden kind of grow very weak in terms of people fearing America. You know, there's the old saying, is it better to be feared or loved? And no, I'm not going to go full Michael Scott and say I want people to fear how much they love me. That'd be ridiculous. Although, great line from The Office. If you were an Office fan, let me know in the comments. But what we do need is we need our enemies to constantly be on the run. We need our enemies to constantly be looking over their shoulder. We need them to wake up every day terrified of what the United States might do to them because they represent a threat to our safety here in America. And if you want to join a terrorist organization, you need to know that we're going to come get you if you pose a threat. Now, this doesn't mean that the United States has to get involved in every conflict in the world. Doesn't mean we have to get involved in every issue between countries in the world. Doesn't mean we have to stick our nose in every single corner. What it does mean is when people represent a direct threat to the United States or to the interest of the United States, that we take proactive actions, we go on offense to kill them. It is truly that simple. This is not complicated. This shouldn't even be a political issue. I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. I don't care if you're conservative, libertarian, or liberal. We can go kill bad guys while not having a foreign policy that gets us entangled with every conflict, big or small, on the world. The priority of the United States government is to look out for the USA. It's to look out for the citizens of the USA. And if there's people out there who want to come here or scheme overseas to hurt Americans, we are well within our rights to take them out. And that is what President Donald Trump has been focused on. That's what Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth's been focused on. That's what the intelligence community, the military community, that's what they've been focused on. We can go get these guys. We can take them out. We can put them down. We can smoke them. And that's what we should do. And I applaud everyone participating and helping get that job done and putting these scumbags in the dirt, send them to hell where they belong. Because they're rabid animals. And there's only one way to deal with a rabid animal. You got to put it down. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you think about this strike. Let me know what you think about the U.S. possibly working with the new Syrian government. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. And as always, I'll see you all next time.